I'm back. And I did remember after all where I lost my train of thought in the last video, so I had to come back on and share it. I was talking about Brendan Bayes. I was talking about when my healing journey started, when it got really much more intense, and that like I really have the ability to shape and create and do things by myself. And it was because of Brendan Bayes from The Journey, who healed herself of a massive tumor in her uterus. That was pivotal for me in starting to change my belief system. And then it was, and I actually worked with a journey practitioner who was really, really, really brilliant, and helped me along my journey. This is a couple of years before I met Uri, and before we were doing EFT. And then came, still before that happened, came Marie Diamond, who is who is most widely known from the film The Secret, and she was in Bratislava doing as part of Katka Zakharova's Real Woman conference, which was an absolute delight to attend a few years back, when I did for the first time. And I didn't know this about Marie Diamond, that, you know, she was in this horrible car accident, and, you know, essentially she was, you know, face was all deformed, something along those lines. It was really, really bad. And she was very much in tune with her guidance system, her, whatever you want to call it, her inner being, her spirit, her source. And if memory serves me correct, you know, she would, her face was in such bad condition, and, you know, plastic surgery was the way forward, etc. And she just said no, and you know, hands on her face. And long story short, you know, she healed her way through it. She healed everything on her own with the energy in her hands. So those are like two big things that stand out in my mind when I think about self-awareness, self-healing, because you've got to know you, and you've got to trust you. You've got to trust your ability before you can do stuff like that, right? It makes sense. So for me, I mean, this is years of work, years of practice, in fact, where I can come on here and tell you, yes, I had a really big headache yesterday, and it had been persisting. I took a whole day to myself, and I basically said, I'm on holiday, I'm not doing anything today. And you know, so the headache was whatever it was there for. I mean, there's an infinite number of reasons as to why things happen to us, for us, whatever. So I don't like to pick one. However, I did, as I spoke in the last video, I sat with my headache, literally sat on my bed, tuned into it, and thanked the pain in my head, which, a reminder to you, is no different from the beating of your heart. That pain is a part of you. It is not outside of you. It exists within you. It's telling you something. And so what I said to the pain in my head was, I feel you. I recognize that you are here. I honor and respect your power. What do you need me to do? What can I do for you? Forgive me for whatever has happened to cause this. Now, how do we get through this? And no word of a lie. I kid you not. I don't come up here, you know, no, it was just brilliant. Within, I don't know how much time, but it wasn't long. I sat on my bed. I just closed my eyes. I focused on the pain. I said these things to the pain, and the pain went away. It was gone, you know. And I've shared in YouTube videos in the past about you know, when Uri and I were doing EFT, how you know, EFT took away the excruciating headaches and migraines and stuff, you know, in the past. And that, like, it's all very awesome. EFT was awesome. It was a stepping stone to where I am now, where we are now, where it's no longer, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go anywhere. You know, with tapping, it was like, okay, you wanted to know a little bit more about meridians and tapping points and this and that and whatever. And there's no more of that. It's just, but that was, like I said, it was a stepping stone to getting here. It was because all of that, I'm so grateful, first of all, to Uri, that we met, and, we went through the whole EFT experience, because that caused an even greater awareness for who and what we are, and the potential of us as human beings, with who encapsulate this beautiful perfect spirit, and all, like, this perfect spirit that vibrates at the frequency of you choose the word. It's perfect. It's a perfect vibration. And what I want to tell you is, that's inside all of us. We all have the ability to, you are powerful. You are incredibly powerful. As much as, if you think this is really cool what I'm telling you, that I can take away a headache in a few seconds or moments, you can do it too. There's nothing that's stopping you but you. That might be difficult to hear, I imagine, but you are the creator of your life. And I come up here because I want you to be a deliberate creator of your life, rather than living by default, being led by life. You're the leader. It's a phenomenal place to be, when you realize and recognize that you're creating everything. You show up here opposite me on your phone, and that's your doing. This is, oh man, I love to know that you are becoming more aware of you. Whatever, it's just so phenomenal. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to give you those examples about Brandon Bays and Ray Diamond, a few more of my own. But really, self-awareness, self-healing it's all about you. It's all about you connecting with you. I did a TED Talk a few years back. God, I can't even remember, maybe 2012, and it was, I was saying the same thing back then. I was saying the same thing. It was, we've got to take the onus. We've got to stop giving away our power and putting it in someone else's hand. Like, why, we go to doctors expecting them to just give us the answers as to what's wrong with us. Meanwhile, you're the only one that can know what's going on with you. And so then we complain about doctors, and they gave me the generic answer, and they gave me the generic antibiotics or whatever, meds, and just do that. Well, because you know what? Like, honestly, let's get a grip. Let's get a grip of ourselves, so that we are doing it. You have the ability. You have the power. You can do it. And like I said in the last video, I'm going to say this again. I'm not telling you to get off your meds. I'm not telling you to not go to the doctor when you really feel like you need to. But I am asking you to experiment a little bit with yourselves. Don't stop anything that you're doing that you should be doing. But on the same token, just be more aware. Just ask yourself, spend today, if you may practice, if I may ask you to just practice every now and again, every hour, something, check in with yourself. How are you? How am I? Am I feeling okay? I do this with myself all the time. I mean, numerous, infinite times in a day where, I'm okay. I'm okay. Hey, am I okay? Am I all right now? And if I'm not all right, how can I feel better? What am I going to do? Because you know what? I'm talking about that frequency of the God, spirit, inner being, whatever you want to call it, inside you as perfection. And so you're meant to be perfect. You are perfect, but we don't see ourselves as perfect. We see ourselves as this and that and whatever, that we don't have enough, and there's all this lack and whatever. You're supposed to have everything that you want, but but we don't. And why don't we? And I'll tell you right now, it is because we are so disconnected from ourselves. We're so disconnected from ourselves. We've got to, whatever it is in your life that's causing you discord, that is imbalanced, whether it's, you need to lose weight, or you need to change your job, you need, a better relationship with a partner that you have, or you don't have a partner and you want a partner, I find that the greatest things that people have discord about are money, relationships, and body. So if you, just, talking about that triangle, if you want to change those things, we've got to first come inside. I always say my premise is, and I think it's Mary Engelbreit who has been quoted for saying it, and then Dr. Wayne Dyer turned it around. But the quote is, I think it's so phenomenal: if you don't like what you see, then change the way that you see things. And Wayne Dyer went on to say, add a third line to that. So if you don't like what you see, then change the way you see things, and the things around you will change. So I've said this numerous times before about your body. If you don't like your body as it is, it doesn't matter how much you exercise or how well you eat until you change your mindset about your body. If you don't like your body, you've got to change the way that you see it, baby. You've got to, we've got to see it for what it is and start changing our mindset about it before it can change at all. Because it's again, it's like a 5-year-old child, or it's like anybody. If you were, I'm going to compare like the way we think about our body. So many people as like this thing, and it just, I want to look better, I want to feel better, I feel like shit, fuck, why, God, my thighs are so big, my this is so that, and that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, it's like an epidemic, right? I mean, go anywhere, look on Google, you don't even have to search, and there's weight loss stuff coming at you from every direction. On TV, it's everywhere. And the big fucking secret is that the answer is inside of you. You don't even have to train. You don't have to change your diet. You just got to change the way that your mind is operating. It's a beautiful book called The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. If any of this resonates with you, read it, get it, tune into him, whatever. Wow, I'm on such a rant. I'm having so much fun. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, guys. You've got this. You've really, really got this. Back to that quote. If you don't like what you see, then change the way that you see things, and the things around you will change. Well, how do you change? If you want to change your body, and the example that I was going to use was, we talk to our bodies in such a way that's so degrading, that's so, it's really awful. Now, what if I was here on the opposite side, and I was just telling you guys, I was just cursing and telling you off and calling you stupid and saying you're too fat and you're too ugly and you're too this and you're too that. What are you going to do? You're going to tune me out. You're never going to tune into me again. That's your body. That's what the body, like, if you keep trying and you get into a pattern of, okay, now I'm going to do it, New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to lose the weight. You'll lose the weight. You'll lose the weight by going to the gym and, eating well and everything. But if you don't change your mindset, you know what's going to happen. It's going to come back. You can do all the stuff that you've done before. It will work. But the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result, expecting different results. And I'm talking about the whole thing as a whole, like going to getting into a place of such frustration. I've got to change my body. I've got to get things under control. Gonna join the gym, gonna get a personal trainer, gonna do this, gonna do that. And you do all those things, you take all that action, and you get awesome. You get the body of the dream, or you're 5 pounds away from the body of your dream, whatever. You know what I mean? It's this roller coaster that we've seen so many times over and over and over and over again. You want to change it? Change the way that you see it. Treat your body like gold, treat your mind like gold. Tune in to yourself. How do you feel right now? How do you feel listening to me? How do you feel seeing me? Are you swearing at me? Is this inspiring you? Notice how you feel, and especially if you are having a negative vibe, by all means, awesome, but recognize it. And by all means, question me. I've done so much of that, Jesus. So much of what has led me to be able to do this in front of you so candidly is throwing away the knowledge into the garbage that I picked up over so many years. I don't know anything anymore about food, about supplements, about hormones, about high intensity interval training. I care not to know. Fuck it. Fuck it. The most important thing is what's going on up here. God, this excites me. I love this. I want your happiness. I want you to feel how exciting this is. So, what do you do? How do you do this? How do you tune into yourself? It sounds so easy. It is. It is. But you know what? Like anything, it requires practice. Okay? So, if all you do for the next 30 days is ask yourself, well, how do I feel? Does that work with me? I'm not feeling good right now. What do I need to do? And ask, there's that perfection inside of you that's giving you the answers. And the only thing stopping the answers from coming to you is you, is me. It's when we're angry, when we're in discord, when we're feeling negative stuff, that's when we're so far away. That's when the frequency is just not, we're not vibrating at the same frequency as this thing inside of us, as a perfection inside of us. You want to be, oh God, you're so powerful. You're so awesome. You have the ability, power to not only heal yourselves, but to create anything that you want in your life. Oh, so cool. This is so cool. Okay, I think I've said everything that I wanted to say. I got everything in this time, so God bless you. Lots of love to you. Lots of love to you. Find that in yourselves. And the way to find that is just, God, tune into your emotions. You don't need to do emotional freedom technique. You don't need to do tapping. You don't need to do anything. Just sit and be quiet. Ask yourself, how am I? How are you? Ask yourself that. Are you feeling like shit right now? And if you are, let it be okay, my love. Let it be okay. It's the most, when you are honest with yourself, that is connection. That is perfection. So be honest with you. If it's crap you feel like, so be it. Be the champion of feeling like crap. I'm going to go. God bless you. Got lots to do today. Lots of fun stuff. I hope you have a joyful day. Tune into your emotions. They are your key. It's a key to reaching yourself and being honest about them. All right. So until next time, see you later. Lots of love. Bless you. Bye.